The older I get, the more I realize you have to look adversity in the eye and say, "You don't scare me."
Hey, Mr. Mosby.
Number 10. Matthew Timmons.
Sup, Seven Seers?
As an actor, Matthew Timmons is best known for his recurring role as Cody's excitable and sloppy roommate Woody Fink on The Sweet Life on Deck.
What was that for? Not telling me about her. Ow! What was that for? Nothing. I just like hitting you.
Since the show has ended, it's been fairly quiet sailing for Timmons, whose only other appearance on television has been as the talent agent Max on Jessie, alongside Sweet Life co-star Debbie Ryan. More on her later.
That's me, unless you're a bill collector, in which case I'm Tina.
It wasn't an easy road for Timmons after the series, according to a reflective 2018 Instagram post, as his struggles with depression and eating disorders prompted him to step away from the limelight and work behind the camera exclusively. However, after dropping a whopping 135 pounds, it looks like this one-time child star is reinventing himself in more ways than one.
Just like me. Great personality, funny, and quite the looker.
Number 9. Brian StAntoni.
Arwen can fix it. Arwen can fix anything.
Except a nice quiche. I can't get the cheese to harden quite right.
The bumbling repairman at the Tipton Hotel, Arwen was a fan favorite recurring character on the series, so much so that he made 3 extra appearances on deck. His actor Brian StAntoni has similarly kept himself quite busy, in 2013 reuniting with his Transformers and The Island director Michael Bay for Pain and Gain.
We'll take Brad.
Yes.
My favorite neighbor.
He picked me. Hi, I'm Brad.
His expertise isn't just limited to comedies, however, as he's the only Sweet Life cast member to have appeared in a Best Picture winner, having portrayed a snooty restaurateur in 2018's Green Book.
You wouldn't be in a job like this if you couldn't be bought.
As for television work, he can currently be seen in his recurring role Young Sheldon, and heard as Lynn Loud Sr. on Nickelodeon's The Loud House.
Looks like this worked out bell for both of us.
Number 8. Adrian Armante. This actor has decidedly less names than the character he's best known for portraying.
No one calls Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de Rosa Ramirez Atif.
No one's got the time.
Since his stint on Sweet Life came to an end with a cameo episode in 2010, Adrian Armante has remained dedicated to acting work in television, though not always his own.
It's a little man, and he's carrying a little man. I love your hair.
Thanks.
He's made appearances on such high-profile police procedurals as NCIS Los Angeles and Hawaii Five-0, but much of his time has gone to the cultivation of younger actors' careers through his founding of CGTV, a talent agency based out of Los Angeles, bringing up such names as R.J. Seiler and Jackson Robert Scott. And in 2018, Armante finally tied the knot with his longtime girlfriend, just like his Sweet Life counterpart Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez. Number 7. Debbie Ryan. Turns out there was plenty on deck for this Sweet Life star.
In real news.
While Ryan's run as Bailey Pickett on the show only lasted 3 seasons, it wasn't long before fans saw a whole lot more of her on the Disney Channel, as she was cast as the title character in the sitcom Jessie, which ran from 2011 to 2015.
This fairy tale is wonderful and remarkably detailed, but if we don't hurry, I'm gonna miss my date. And my youth.
Ryan's acting appearances have not been limited to the small screen, however, as she's had roles in movies such as Every Day and the Melissa McCarthy comedy Life of the Party.
Hey, I saw your tweet.
These days, she can be seen on the Netflix black comedy series Insatiable, and as of 2018, has been engaged to 21 Pilots drummer Josh Dunn. Number 6. Phil Lewis. Speaking of Jessie, here comes another Sweet Life alum to lend their talents to the show.
Yes, no running in my hallway.
After making his directorial debut with the Sweet Life episode I Want My Mummy, and subsequently helming 9 episodes on deck, Phil Lewis would become a stalwart choice for Disney Channel, directing for numerous shows in addition to the episodes he did for the Debbie Ryan-led series.
That's it! I've had enough of these snakes on my boat!
But let it not be said he's stuck solely to the Disney Channel, as he's done such high-profile series as Two Broke Girls, Mike and Molly, and the Netflix hit One Day at a Time. Oh, and speaking of Jesse again, he even cameoed as Mr. Mosby for a scene. Just give us the Mosby spin-off already, Disney. We know you want to.
I meant a child's Mosby. I know how to spell Prindle.
It is not something you spell. It is a gear shift. The letters stand for park, reverse, neutral, drive, and low.
Number 5, Kim Rhodes.
Just when I thought I'd never see you, here you are within my reach.
If you watched The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody through its entirety, you might have noticed that actress Kim Rhodes was trying to conceal something. Indeed, during the filming of season 3, Rhodes was pregnant and gave birth to a daughter, Tabitha Jane, shortly before the show wrapped.
You have a family that loves you?
I mean, something that I care about.
She then landed what is arguably her most recognizable role to date as Jody Mills on Supernatural.
You are toast. I'll keep pushing. You go get some shut-eye.
Oh, that's okay. I can...
Do I have to use my mom voice?
Her portrayal of the tough sheriff has gone over so well that a spin-off series to be titled Wayward Sisters was in the works. Unfortunately, CW passed on the project, but that doesn't mean she still can't be seen on Supernatural, to say nothing of her stint on Criminal Minds.
True, but I have worked in the field, and a fresh set of eyes might be useful.
Number 4, Ashley Tisdale.
Well, okay, there is one thing I'm a little uncomfortable with and need to practice.
Kissing?
No. Slow dancing.
Here's another Sweet Life star that doesn't allow herself to be pigeonholed. In 2008, Ashley Tisdale formed her own production company, Blondie Girl Productions, which she still operates today with her sister Jennifer. That same year, Tisdale made her big splash on the big screen when the Disney Channel sensation High School Musical did the same with its third installment. In 2014, she made another big leap by tying the knot with her boyfriend Christopher French. She continued to voice Candace on the animated series Phineas and Ferb, and will reprise her role in Candace Against the Universe on Disney+.
It worked! Your miracle growth elixir has turned you into giant nerds!
Oh, and did we mention she's dropped 2 albums since her time on Sweet Life? Number 3, Brenda Song.
I wanted to be an heiress, and I did it.
Yay me!
Yay, Brenda! Since retiring arguably her most iconic role of London Tipton at the end of On Deck in 2011, Brenda Song has not shied away from the limelight on the small screen. She's had recurring roles on the likes of Scandal and New Girl, and has had starring parts on such short-lived series as Dads and Pure Genius.
But it says here they've only had 2 successful tests, that this kind of technology won't be available to the masses for another decade.
However, in 2019, she expanded her presence to the streaming game, headlining the Netflix original film Secret Obsession, and starring in the 2019 series Dollface on Hulu alongside Kat Dennings.
Oh my god, Jeremy broke up with you.
She also appeared in the comedy Changeland, and while it didn't make a huge splash upon release, it did lead to her dating co-star Macaulay Culkin. Number 2, Dylan Sprouse. And now we get to the first half of the titular duo.
Relax, Wayne. We're twins.
Oh, both of you?
I thought my boss was a goofball.
Much like his twin brother Cole, Dylan Sprouse took something of a hiatus from acting since the end of Sweet Life. Indeed, he and Cole attended NYU's Gallatin School of Individualized Study, with Dylan earning a degree in video game design in 2015. And while Dylan did some voice work on the Steam game Total War Warhammer 2, it's clear he's also got an entrepreneurial side. In 2018, the elder Sprouse, by 15 Minutes, co-founded the All Wise Meadery in Brooklyn, New York.
But since I was an enterprising lad, I decided to brew my own booze.
And for those of you jonesing to see Dylan back on screen, fear not, as he's been cast in the sequel to the 2019 young adult adaptation, After. Number 1, Cole Sprouse. And now for the second half of the titular duo.
I will add onto your rat to make stratigraphic.
Also graduating from the Gallatin School, Cole Sprouse completed a major in archaeology, even participating in a few digs in both Europe and Asia.
Man, Indiana Jones is so exciting. If you guys saw what archaeology really was, which is just 6 weeks of me over a 1x1 trench of dirt with a spoon.
Fortunately for us, however, the acting bug caught up with him again, and he can now be seen on the hit CW series Riverdale, making viewers swoon as outsider Jughead Jones.
Hey there, Juliet. Nurse off duty?
He's picked up more than a few Teen Choice Awards for his trouble. His star power has grown so much, in fact, that his presence even expanded to the big screen in 2019, landing a leading role in the teen romance 5 Feet Apart.
I'm sewing.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.